Hey guys, welcome back to another little mini chit chat video. Welcome back to another little mini reaction video. Happy Sunday, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Before we go ahead and get into today's topic, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Shout out to all of our Purple Heart members. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. For those of you who don't get a chance to catch the live, it will be re-uploaded to YouTube. So thank you for your support in advance. You guys have always been super awesome and super supportive, and we really do appreciate you guys. So thank you guys so much. And welcome to all of our new subscribers. There are a lot of you guys, so thank you guys so much. For those of you who decided to go ahead and subscribe, we really appreciate you guys. So shout out to you guys as well. Okay, so I haven't I haven't really done a live in a little bit, and I haven't really done like a reaction live because that's usually why I go live, unless I'm doing like an unboxing or something like that. It's usually to react to something that's happening in the news, something that I can relate to, or stuff like that. So after I think the last reaction I did, I don't even remember for real what the topic was. I just know it was involving something that's happening in American politics. So since that live, a lot has happened. A lot has happened. So the last major, aside from the stuff that's going on, um, in the politics towards Canada and all the rest of that, that's like a separate thing. We can talk about that. There's some new stuff on the table to talk about in terms of the reaction over here to some new threats of tariffs and threats to the like aviation industry and all that. That's kind of new and developing. So that's something that we'll talk about in another video. I wanted to talk about the Alex Pretti situation, the incident that caused him to lose his life. May he rest in peace. And condolences to his family and friends and everyone who knew him. By all accounts, everything that's coming out shows that he was a really, really good human being, and did not deserve to not be here. So the topic of the video, the title of the video is basically talking about. I want to talk about why his death is having the reaction that it is. It's having like a more visceral reaction than the Renee Good um, incident. And it seems like there is a glaring reason for that. And um, the fact that, he was licensed to carry and he had a concealed weapon, which he was legally allowed to have. Um, and the fact that that weapon in the video seems to have been removed from him, disarmed from him, and then his life taken has triggered an outrage um, from the Republican side of things. And a lot of people might be like confused as to why it's having such a big reaction. Well, it's glaringly obvious, right? The Second Amendment. The Second Amendment is sacred. The right to bear arms is sacred, right? To Americans, most Americans. So that's kind of like what his death represents. The fact that he was a legal gun owner, number one. Number two, the fact that he actually was a nurse and worked at the VA, huge, right? This is somebody who worked with veterans, people who'd gone to war and given so much and come back. Um, So by all accounts, he was your, typical like American hero, like somebody children would look up to. He's by all accounts like a great person. And so that really, really, really was like a bad move. Um so I thought about like, Renee Good and Alex Pretti both, lost their lives at the hands of federal agents. But the glaring difference is, I think, to be quite honest, the Renee Good situation, to me, just kind of lost steam once her I want to be careful the words I'm using. Once her, like, I want to say lifestyle, but I really want to say like, once her sexuality was kind of exposed, the fact that she was part of the LGBT, I don't want to say it all wrong, but you guys know what I'm saying. The fact that she was part of that community seemed to kind of take some of the steam out of the reaction um to her passing. Once they found out that she became a domestic this and that, and she was doing this, the agitator, and she was, trying to run the people over with the vehicle and all the rest of it, the character assassination began, and it really ramped up once it came out that she had a wife and all this other stuff, and it just kind of lost traction, and it kind of fell into the category of, bad things that have happened in a very bad week. Versus like the Alex Pretty situation, that has reached all the way up to the Senate. So now the Senate, I just watched a clip on here before I decided to go ahead and just do my reaction. I was watching Senator Rand Paul talking about the fact that, the video they see and what's being told by the government is not adding up, and they need an investigation, independent investigation, not done by DHS, but independently. And the fact that, the Second Amendment, the fact that he was a legal gun owner, and he had the right to carry the concealed weapon, that's really gotten under their skin, obviously. So yeah, the Second Amendment trumps everything, no pun intended, no pun intended. It literally trumps everything. And I think Trump knows that. That's why he immediately, got on it. Replace the adrenaline junkie and send in somebody that's more level headed. And he knew this was bad PR. This is not good at all. Because most of his base are legal gun owners. This is what he lobbies on all the time. They literally played clips of his speeches where he's talking about never not